Hey guys, I'm back again with another video. This has been a while. I think it's been a few months. I don't even know if I've made a video this summer at all. I don't think so. But kind of come back with a quick little update of what's going on, and then we'll get into the main point of this video, which is disappointing and kind of frustrating. But so far, not much has changed. Having issues with dually starting. The vehicle anti-theft system again. I had it all dialed in, but I think the truck might have lost power at some point over the winter. Battery, one of them might have died or lost voltage. Kicked that out. Problem came back. Now I had the anti-theft system bypassed um, with a resistor, and it was working all summer. Now it's not. So we're gonna have to look into that again. I've been doing some body work on my '08. It's in the garage over here. Just doing some body work on it, cutting some rust out and getting that ready to be my daily driver for a while probably. The Outlander, nothing's changed. Sleds are still put away for the summer. It'll be coming out probably in the next couple of months, I guess. Get ready for winter. Big changes coming and stuff with that too. That'll probably try to get on video. But the main point of the video is, you've seen by the title, probably gonna have to get rid of my white Dodge, the 2017 Laramie Cummins. I don't know if you may not be familiar, but in Ontario and, well, I think in the States now they're cracking down on it too. Lots of the environmental rules. You need to have emissions stuff. So that's EGR, DPF, running DEF fluids as of like 2007, I think, new trucks. That anything equipped with it from factory, it has to be on. Well, my 2017, being fairly new, had all of that stuff originally, and now it has none. So it is breaking the law, I guess. Most people, including myself, don't delete their trucks to drive around town and roll coal and destroy the environment. It's more to make the engine last. It lasts longer. You get better fuel economy out of them. Then obviously you don't have to do regen, so you're not running diesel exhaust fluid. You're not having to worry about your EGR plugging up. There's a million reasons not to have the emission stuff on a diesel truck. I'm not really going to get into that right now, but my truck doesn't have it. It's got nothing. It's got no muffler, nothing. It's EGR, everything's taken off. I think I went over that in a video before. There is a 5-inch turbo back straight pipe, and that's it. No muffler, no nothing. And recently, they've been getting more strict in Ontario, where I'm from in Canada, towards this, and they've been cracking down on it pretty hard. They call it like no defeat devices, I think they call them, or whatever. So you can't have it tuned to get rid of the emission stuff. You can't have any of them tampered with, which last week I was stopped by the MTO, the Ministry of Transportation in Ontario, who they enforce commercial vehicles. I guess they can enforce passenger cars too. I didn't know that. Apparently they do. Found that out the hard way when I was stopped for having delete kit on my truck. They said they gave me a fine for tampering with the emissions. I was kind of given a little bit of an education on their plans for the future and how they're going to get stricter, and they're going to continuously crack down on people. It wasn't a one-time thing. I mean, I got caught once, but I know lots of guys who've been caught more than one time, which kind of leaves me into a tough spot because of lots of stuff. I just bought a whole bunch of aftermarket stuff that I'm going to get into in another video. I'll do an unboxing and kind of walk through what my plans were. What they may still be, I don't know where I'm going with this yet, but I was given a fine for tampering with the emissions. I was given a fine for running no muffler on my truck. Like I said, 5-inch straight pipe all the way back to an 8-inch tip. There's nothing at all to quiet it down, nothing. And then the guy was a little upset about the tires sticking out past the fenders, which it has factory flares on it. I guess that's not enough. They barely come out past that. You see some guys with 15 wides and they stick way out. I don't know why. It was my day to get in trouble, I guess. Saying we didn't like the tint. Doesn't like any tint on the vehicle at all. That wasn't factory, which obviously mine are darker. I got a tinted brow across the top, tinted full windshield. I think it's 50% or 35% or something across the windshield, so it's pretty dark too. I can see just fine. They don't like it. So all of those things were ticketable offenses, and all of them except for the tires and the tint I got tickets for And I was also given a 15-day period to put the truck back to bone stock, original emissions, engine, everything. It had to be back. I had to have the EGR back on, functioning. I had to have the DPF back on. It had to be using diesel exhaust fluid. I can't just slap that stuff back on for the visual inspection. It had to be back on. I would have had to get the truck retuned. So that was last week. So I have till the end of next week, I believe, 15 days, whatever that gets me, a couple weeks, to put it all back, and I haven't. And I'm not sure what to do about it because I do have all the stuff, but they want me to prove that with invoices and receipts from a dealership that it's done. Now I could do it myself, but that doesn't satisfy that needing of proof that they require for whatever reason. So I'm going to kind of get into talks with them to see how far that has to go. Now the problem with going back to stock is I'm stuck there. I can't delete it again, or well, I could, but I'll just run into the same problem. The guy's going to continuously come and nail every truck he sees. So that leaves me with a couple options. Either A, I can sell the truck to somebody who can keep using it, like Alberta, I think, in Ontario or in Canada has less rules, or maybe not even any. I'm not really sure. I know lots of guys run around there with big lifted, deleted trucks all the time. So that's an option. Sell it out there to somebody who can use it, or go right back to stock and drive around with a choked off truck, which means that none of the aftermarket stuff that I just bought will be usable. All of it is going to have to go somewhere else. I'm going to have to sell it, I guess. None of it's all custom order. I can't return any of it. So I'm not really sure where to go with that. We'll kind of have a little update in the next week or so, I hope. Yeah, but it doesn't give me any options really. I'm gonna have to sell it, I guess, or put it back to stock, which I don't have any interest in doing. I'd rather almost just buy something new and start over again, which I may do. I may just pick up a new truck, order something. Not really sure. I've been in talks with a couple dealerships on trade-ins. Not really giving me what the truck is worth, even as it sits now without the aftermarket stuff. I know you look on Marketplace or on Kijiji or Craigslist or whatever, and you find them worth $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 more for sale and selling too, not just for sale, more than dealerships are willing to give. So I might just sell it outright. And then I'll be looking for another truck, I guess, which in today's market, who knows what I'd end up being able to even find. Some places aren't able to order anything in. Some places still can. Some places have vehicles on the lot, some don't. So I might be stuck reaching out. I'd be willing to go anywhere pretty much in Canada, I guess, to find something, but try to start local, I guess, see what I can find, and we'll go from there. I don't have any other option. There's nothing I can do. I'm not going to keep running it and picking up thousands of dollars of fines every couple weeks, or even every week. I mean, the guy could just start getting me every time he sees me if he wanted. And I'm sure there's more of them out there that'll do the same thing, probably Ontario wide. So it's not just the area I'm in, or I don't think it is anyway. I mean, who knows? But that's pretty much why the Ministry of Transportation in Ontario is forcing me to sell my truck, though, and it's not really fair. As far as I'm concerned, I'm getting better fuel mileage. I'm doing less for the environment, and of course, that doesn't matter to some people. So if I burn less fuel, I do less damage. But what do I know? I'm not an environmental protection person who is probably educated by the internet and has no idea, but I guess that's fine. So that's where I'm at, and I'll try to get a video, I guess, up with an update in the next couple of weeks. And like I said, once the rest of that aftermarket stuff comes for the Cummins now that I'm probably never going to be able to use, it'll be a boat anchor, I guess. I'll make a video on that, and anything else that I do in the next little while, I'll try to get on video. And if I go ahead and buy a new truck, I'll go through the build on that and let you know when it's coming and kind of give details and updates along the way, and we'll have a new truck build, I guess. But it's really frustrating. It's disappointing. I think it's kind of sad, to be honest with you. Like I said, I'm not an environmental engineer. I'm not anything, but I do have some knowledge through work with all kind, like running power boilers and stuff and power generation, and I understand emissions fairly well, and I have an idea of what they're talking about when the guy on the side of the road is trying to explain to me what I'm doing wrong. and it just doesn't make any sense to me. It's not Canada, it's not the United States even, it's other countries overseas that are doing all of the polluting. So with Canada making 1 to 2% of the global emissions, I don't think it should be cracking down as hard as they are, and should give a little more freedom. But it's the way the world's going, and that's how it's going to be. So I guess we'll just have to work with it. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video, and take care.